We're twins. Kind of.
So, how are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Are you taping already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you introduce yourselves?
Sure. You want to go first?
Okay, fine. I'm Ammo.
I'm Kimmy.
And we're in Black Flamingo.
Yes, we are 2/6, which is 1/3 of Black Flamingo.
Yeah, there's a lot of band members in that group.
There is. It's a big, fun family.
What's whose choice was it to have like 2 guitar players, 2 percussionists,
It just kind of happened that way. I think we started out just Ammo and I, and we wrote our first EP, and it was really electronic. And then we decided that I wanted to learn how to play guitar and be a guitar player. And Ammo was like, I think I'll play bass. And so it kind of at first was very rocky, so we needed at least one person in the band who was really good. So we found our guitar player Chris, who's like really amazing. And my friend Alex was living in New York at the time, and he's a really badass drummer. And so we asked him to come out and play shows with us, and so he did once or twice, but then he lived in New York, so we had to get a substitute drummer, which is Paul. But then Alex ended up, this is like a long story, but then Alex ended up moving to LA, so we didn't really want to kick anyone out, and so we're like, well, we could just do 2 drummers.
We wanted both of them.
And now it really kind of works. Like I love 2 drummers. Like I love that sound. Like when they just hit hard and together, it's super tribal-esque, which we're really into. And like the Warlocks used to do that too. They used to have 2 drummers, and I loved when they had 2 drummers. I used to go to shows and just like feel the beat in my chest and like want to throw up because it was so good. And that's kind of where we're going with our music. We just want to make people throw up.
Because it's so good. I like that. So you said it started off like electronic, and then now you guys kind of have like this.
It wasn't so electronic. It was just a lot of stuff was done with keyboards and things like that because we didn't have access to
or skills.
Yeah.
But that was like kind of the magic, I feel like, of this band. Even like our keyboardist Marisa wanted to do a documentary on us, but instead she ended up becoming we were like,
what happened to the documentary?
I don't know.
We were like once.
Yeah, she filmed like the beginning of us making, because she's like, I love your guys' music, blah blah, and then we're like, we kind of need a keyboard player. Do you know how to play keys? And she's like, I played keys when I was like 5. And we're like, cool. That's good.
You're in.
You're in. Like, it's fine. And Paul our other drummer was a bass player, and we were like, hey, can you just learn how to play drums real quick? It was really funny. So I think the first 6 months of the band was just all of us learning how to play our instruments and like
properly.
Because we kind of we knew like the basics, but now we're like, okay, I don't know. I feel like now it's getting like more intricate, and we're real. It's nice to have like a band that you kind of learn how to play with, because we all know how we work, like we know, I'll know when Ammo wants to go like change up a part or what her rhythm is, and we can like play off each other, which I think is really, that's a pretty special thing. Yeah.
How long have you guys been playing together, like as a band? How long has Black Flamingo been around?
2 years. Well,
you
and me since,
I guess her and I recorded our first EP March 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But as a whole band, we didn't start playing. Like, we played our first show in June of 2 years ago. Like
2010?
2010.
Where are we?
Yes, 2010. Where are we? Oh my God, did the world end?
So originally the group was in San Francisco, right? And then
actually, no, it wasn't.
We lived there, and we became friends there, and that's where we started joking about tropical goth and being in a band called Black Flamingo. That's tropical goth, because like in San Francisco, everyone's like, we're kind of like beach goth with like an industrial side that kind of is also influenced by the Rolling Stones, and you're like,
what does that mean?
What? Okay, so you're indie rock. Cool, that's awesome. But so we were like joking about that, and we're like, we're gonna start tropical goth, and then I don't know, it kind of started off as a big joke between the 2 of us, and then when we actually decided to play music together, once we moved to LA, we're like, well, we should name our band Black Flamingo, and we should try to do like a tropical goth sound, which I think we've moved past that. Our first EP definitely sounded like kind of ethereal tropical goth, but now we're kind of like, I don't know, now we just sound like what we sound like.
I don't even know.
People always say that we sound like a really dark Mamas and the Papas, and I think that's just because we have like 4-part harmonies and it's girls and guys. And
Yeah,
so,
I can see that. I think that's a good analogy.
Yeah, I think I like. I mean,
that's the closest.
Yeah.
I've heard. I think LA Underground said something. They like labeled us something that I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. What was it, like dream pop, goth,
dream
something?
pop. There's another one. It was like
it was really long, and we were like, cool.
7-letter genres, 7-word genres. Yeah, good times.
So, why did you make like the transfer from like goth, tropical goth to what you are now?
Well, I don't think it was a choice. I think it just evolved into that state, because in the very beginning, a good friend of ours, Ed, helped us produce the album, or the first EP, and he's really amazing, and he like helped us like direct us in the right way. But then when he left, we kind of had to take it upon ourselves to build something, and then we had new band members come, and it just kind of molded itself into a new thing.
Like everyone in the band, you know, plays a part in the sound, so it's not just like Am and I are like, we want this, and everyone does it. You know, everyone's really like vocal about what they, you know, what sounded like and how they like it, and like their influences. So I think just as we all became more comfortable playing our instruments and playing with each other, that sound just naturally evolved into, you know, encompassing what inspires us. And you know, like I ended up going on tour with another band, and that really taught me how to play guitar and like use pedals. And when I came back, like that, I was like, okay, we're gonna start using pedals and like really working our sound out. You know, where it started becoming more about like building, I guess like building a feeling rather than just like playing music, and like making people feel something, and not just like, this is a cool melody and a good pop song, but also just being like, okay, cool, like we could technically play the same note for like 2 minutes and it builds, you know?
Yeah.
Which I don't know, it's really like, I was always a singer, so for me the last year and a half have been so fun, because it's been like learning how to like play actual music. You know, I still sing, but like for me playing the guitar is like expanded my mind, man. Totally.
Are you on acid?
Yes. How amazing would that be if I was on acid right now? God, next time.
This would be a totally different interview.
I know. I would just start talking about the sun
camera.
and the sky, and I'd be like, it's just so big.
I'd be talking to you, and I'd look over, and you'd be gone. And
I'd be like dancing with those people over there, like, hey. Not that that's ever happened before.
no, not at all. Next subject, please.
So, sound checks, are you for them or are you against them?
We are so for them.
Yes, 6 people in the band. It's really nice to be like, oh, we can all hear each other, you know. Especially to have 4-part harmonies and not being able to hear each other can get really, or even yourself is just, it gets kind of rough. And you know, like Marisa and Chris have never sang before, so everything like they're singing is, which I'm super proud of them, because they sound great, but like they're still really relying on like being able to make sure they can hear themselves, to hear if they're out of tune, and they're still learning like how to feel, you know, if you're feeling, if you're singing out of tune, hearing.
Yeah.
But so we're totally for them. We sound way better. Not that we're getting one tonight. So if anyone sees us tonight and we suck, it's because we didn't get a sound check.
Yeah. No sound check. Why? Because you guys.
Because there's like a lot of bands. We're playing. We're not even. It's like you want to either play first or be like, you know, the last, because those are the two that always get sound check. And I think we're playing like second.
Yeah. So.
Maybe we can, you know,
we're learning how to. Well, we can weasel our way into
Yeah.
a sound check.
We're pretty good with line check now.
We'll get in really early. We'll be waiting there when the sound guy opens the door. And we'll be like, can we have the sound check first, please?
Yeah. And nobody can say no to Ammo, because she's like, I'm a little goth princess.
My invisible halo
Yeah.
that's on my head. Please.
See, can you say no?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
That's how this band started. She was like, let's play music. And I was like, fine, I guess.
And it's been going for 2 years.
I know, and I'm still under the spell.
What are your plans for this new year? What do you guys have a goal?
God, we have a lot of goals. We are just finishing recording our full length, so hopefully we're gonna get that out there. We'd really like to get signed by a label that doesn't suck. and I don't, yeah.
What's a sucky label to you?
I don't know. It's not even like a label, but I guess just like a deal, you know? Like I feel like we have a lot of friends who just have gotten roped into some like whack deals, and we do not want to go down that road. And when we first started, it's really funny because when we first started and we recorded our first EP, we got a lot of attention, and a lot of people were right away like, oh, we really want to sign you too. And we were kind of just like, but we don't, like, you haven't even seen us yet. And like, it was kind of one of those things, I'm like, are you signing us because we're two girls making music and, you know, we have like a certain style? It kind of felt like that, and we definitely don't want to get pigeonholed into anything because of being a girl band or being cute. I mean, we are cute, but we want someone to like our music, and
that's the most important thing.
Be excited about us,
and also to be able to have our creative freedom to write the music that we want and not have someone come in and like polish it to where it doesn't even remind us of our own music. You know, and we don't want to lose that feeling, because I feel like a lot of mainstream music nowadays just it's like has this glossy effect over it, and you can't feel it inside. It just kind of, you're like, okay,
like this is a good beat, but then when it's over, you forget about it. Cause it's like it's like candy. It's like it gets you high for a minute, and then you feel shitty afterwards. Basically, that's how I feel about modern music. I'm like really in it when I'm at the like dancing to the hip hop. You know, I'm like, this is so good. But the next day, I'm like, I hate myself a lot.
Are there any exceptions? Is there anyone that's popular that you do like mainstream?
Oh my gosh, is there anyone that I like that's mainstream?
The Talking Heads.
I mean, yeah, I feel like all the people from back in the day that are still like doing their thing, for the most part, are still doing cool stuff, or at least they're just like still playing old stuff that is never going to be bad. I definitely think there's some cool, I like pop music, and I think there's definitely some really interesting people in pop, like, and people who actually are, I feel like, are talented and not just completely manufactured. Like, I actually like Adele. I know everyone's like, whatever over her, but I think she's cool. I like her voice. I don't like all her songs, but I think her voice is really cool. And I'm trying to think of like any bands though. Like, if there's any bands.
I don't really listen to any.
We have a
bands. Our old local bands.
Our old neighbors totally blew up last year, and I like some of their songs. The group Love, but they also are like they're very like polished indie rock band. It's like, I feel like anyone who like we said, like that polished sound is really, it's nice, but there's something that you kind of miss off, you know, like there's something missing from it that I feel like mainstream music needs to get back to that, you know, like feeling. Good feeling times. Good feeling times.
Is like the goal of Black Flamingo to eventually like become mainstream? Or?
No, just to take over the world.
Yeah, if we could do that without becoming mainstream, that would be great. I think there's like there's like a fine balance. Like I really would. I think all of us have always said that our goal is more like be able to, you know, make a living off of our music, and not by any means having like living large, but like you know, like having it be our job in a sense, and having people all over listen to us and being able to play with people that we respect.
And keep it lasting effect, you know. There's a lot of bands that just have like one hit and then they just fade into the darkness.
Or break up. And like I feel like that's like we all live together in the band, so we're pretty, like there's really not a lot that you can, like we've gotten into some major fights and they've all been reconcilable, I feel like.
Do the dishes.
Yeah. They're all like, do the dishes, clean up after yourself. So, no, I feel like, I don't know, I really like our band. I like everyone in our band is like family. I don't think it's really interchangeable, and I think that everyone in the band feels that way. So I think that's pretty good. Like, and no one's like a crazy drug addict or alcoholic, which I've been in band. Yeah, if they are, they're doing a really good job
hiding it.
I feel like I mean, I think weed is like the only the only band drug that sometimes. Not me.
It's borderline.
It's sometimes legal.
That's crazy. Like all 6 of you in one house. It's like the Partridge Family.
It was, and it was like,
We don't live together anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was. And it wasn't just the 6 of us, it was like 10 of us in a 3-bedroom house. It was like the 6 of us, our best friends, our boyfriends, like, and it was really fun. It was like this really crazy little house, and it was full of artists, and everyone was running around, and it was really fun, but also really stressful. And the minute we all like moved to our own places, we started getting along so much better as a band. It was amazing. We were like, oh my god, we totally still like each other. We don't have to break up now.
Right?
When was this? When were you guys all living together?
Summer, right? You moved out in June.
April.
And then she moved out with her boyfriend, and then the rest
moved
of
out like a month later.
Yeah, the rest of us moved out. So, but we all lived together for
Chris
about a
is
year.
Still there.
Yeah.
The house is actually still going, and I think 8 more people live there with one of our guitar players.
Yeah,
So
it's a really amazing house. Like everyone that lives there, it's like one of those places that it definitely has like a weird energy to it where you walk in and you're like, I don't know, it's very inspirational. It's kind of like the 60s or something where it's still like a commune feeling, and everyone's always like photo shooting or painting or shooting a movie or doing yoga. I don't know. It's nice. It's nice to visit.
It's a really beautiful house.
It's a nice place for the weekend.
So I guess you guys have some experience, like, being together in a close proximity. Like, have you guys toured yet? Or are you planning on touring?
We went to San Francisco.
Did we all go? No, we weren't all in one car though.
No. I think we're going to South by Southwest this year, so I think that's
awesome.
gonna be our first tour. We kind of wanted to have something to tour before we just went out and toured. So, and we've recorded 2 EPs, and like I said, that first one was just Ammo and I, so it didn't really translate. It didn't translate badly into the whole band, but it really was like, okay, there's only so many instruments on this EP, and so the second EP that we wrote was kind of just like a mishmash of songs that I had written and Ammo had written that were like guitar based, so they were they were good. They were like just kind of more simple pop songs that we elaborated on, and I think that both those things we didn't really feel like they were what we wanted to tour necessarily, and I feel like this full length that we're writing, we're all super behind and really inspired by, and we all really are like, this is...
I feel like all the songs are super solid, and someone asked me to pick a single off, and I had no idea. I was like, I have no idea.
Like, we love all
they're
of
all
them.
singles.
It's like one of those things where we literally like, oh, I love this song, oh, I love this song. Where before I'd be like, I don't want to play the song anymore, I'm so over it, But these songs we're all like, okay, cool, like this is, like, we're really excited about it, and I think that that's kind of where we wanted to be. We didn't want to like go on tour and be like, yeah, we kind of believe these songs. We
And we all wrote them together too.
Yeah, this new album is like a complete, like, we just...
collaboration.
Yeah, we all sat down together and we're like, okay, go.
How did you record it?
We're recording at our friend's Family of the Year. They have a studio, and they're recording it for us. And then our friend George
Cochran.
I can't pronounce anyone's name. He's probably going to mix it for us. He's awesome.
Yeah,
he's like
he's super talented.
He's kind of a genius. So we're really thankful. Like we met so many amazing bands in LA that have just supported us and that we want to support. That it really is like, I lived in New York and San Francisco where it felt a lot more competitive, and people were like, oh yeah, we like you guys, and then but it was still kind of like this weird competition. Where here we're like, okay, we hang out with our the other bands, like we will like go hang out with them, and like,
I think we just found the right spot because my past band experience.
Oh my gosh, Ammo was in a band that was very popular down here. She got kicked out of like every venue that she ever played.
Which band?
Say that. Teenage Trucking Cars.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like, we're playing at the Echo tonight, and Ammo got kicked out of the Echo like a long time ago.
Trying not to.
But she doesn't think that Liz remembers. So Liz,
I hope she doesn't remember, and I hope she doesn't watch this, even though I know she really likes Flamingo.
Liz, this is Ammo who you kicked out, probably for like spitting on people and.
I didn't spit on anybody.
I'm sure.
What'd you get kicked out for?
I'm not gonna talk about it. If you can hunt down any Teenage Trucking Cars stuff, there's a blog floating around out there that has the whole story on it, and there is a couple of articles written. So
they're really funny. When I first became friends with her, I like Googled her so hardcore. Because I have like run background checks on all my friends.
It's a good idea. I hear that's
yeah,
actually.
and I was like, oh my god, I called her. I was like, oh my god, you're famous. You're such a crazy bitch. Oh my god.
Because of one thing.
Yeah, you were. Well, that was like the first thing I read about you, and I didn't know you at all. So I was like, this girl is fucking insane. We have to be best friends right now. But then I realized she was like super tame now and like
That was
domesticated.
Years.
She's like, she cooks curry now, and like she just sits at home and hangs out with her dog and writes poetry.
Do not write it. You take me for an intellect.
Actually, Emma makes really good movies. So does Marisa. Actually, everyone in our band does stuff besides being in our band, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
I was about to ask you, what are your day jobs?
Well, they're not really day jobs.
They're not paying us anything.
No. Well, I just started shooting movies. I shot a feature, and I'm working on my second feature right now. But that doesn't pay. It's all.
But it's really,
fun.
she's really good at it.
And then my real job is, you don't want to hear about.
It's boring. We're not going to talk about our real jobs.
No,
We're going to talk about
they
our
don't
other
exist.
jobs that are
They
fun.
are non-existent.
People just give me money for being me. No, I wish. I'm working on that though. I feel like there's people that totally get money for being themselves, so I'm going to try and go for that too. But
Sounds like a dream,
Internet
yeah.
Marisa, who's in our band, she makes a lot of music videos, and she's very magical. She makes very magical music videos, but she also wants to work on more feature type stuff. And Paul does graphic design and art, and he's really talented at that. And our other drummer, Alex, is trying to get a PhD in psychology so that he can be all of our therapists. And
we lose it.
Chris is he makes really good disco music. I don't really like disco
And collage
music
art.
and collage art. He's a very talented artist. And then I just kind of watch.
Lies. She draws really amazing art. The flyer.
I did
for
our
tonight.
flyer.
Yeah,
That
she
was
drew
really-
that one. You sell clothes.
Yes, I sell vintage clothes.
She has a blog where people send her free clothes just
Yeah.
for her to wear it, and then I take a picture.
Wow.
I know,
I
it's
saw the blog.
Yeah, it was just one of my friends has a style blog, and she's like gets paid money, and so I was like, I'm gonna start a style blog so I get paid money, but I'm not at that point yet, and I
You
feel.
still get stuff.
But people send me things. They're like, here's some shoes and scarves and dresses. I'm like, okay.
And is there anything that was just like so tacky, you're just like, nah, I'm not wearing that?
No,
She makes it work.
No, I like make sure that I order what I want.
Like, I really like this crop striped shirt. It would go great with these slacks that I have. You should send it to me, and I'll put it on my blog.
Yeah, it's all about wording. It's really funny because I kind of I hate the fashion industry in a sense, but it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I hate business of any sort, but I don't believe that that's a reason to not be involved in it. I think there's like a smart way to be a businesswoman, and I think that running a band is like 50% or maybe like 70% business and then 30% creative, because you can be the best band in the world, but if you don't know how to put yourself out there, it's pointless. And I'm starting to learn that now. We have a manager who is like the mean one, which is good because I hate being mean to people. But he's really good at being like, nope, they don't want to do that. Sorry. Sorry.
How did you get a manager?
Thank goodness.
He's my friend.
Did you pay
felt
him?
sorry
He's the
for me.
right friend. He actually is a manager.
No, he
That's
really
the
isn't.
thing.
It's actually Neil from Origami Vinyl.
Oh, okay.
He's known me since I was like 17. He's like seen every one of my bands, and when he heard Black Flamingo, he was like, "This is the band that I want to help you with." And he's like,
Were you flattered or offended?
No, I
that you didn't
really
help the
wasn't,
other
because
bands?
I loved all my other bands, but like the last band I was in, I was kind of like half in, half out, because it was just like a kind of pop electro band, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and it was good for what it was, but it definitely didn't feel. It wasn't like this is the one, you know what I mean? Where I was like, this is what I could see myself doing, and it wasn't like I clicked with everyone in that band like I do with this one. So, and I wasn't as involved with music, I think, too. Like, I don't know, like I said, playing the guitar for me changed everything, because it was the first time I actually had to sit down. Like, singing I've always done, it's always come really easy. I've never had to work at it. I've never had to be like, I'm going to practice this. It just happened. A guitar is like, okay, I'm gonna have to like play every day in order to learn how to do this. Like, I remember when I first started playing, I could not do a bar chord for the life of me. I was just playing like open chords, and or like playing with like a capo, and it was it's such like a cop out, and then finally I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna for like 2 weeks straight, like every day for like 2 hours, I just like played bar chords until like my fingers are bleeding. And then finally, I remember like the day it was just like natural. I was like, oh, I can do it. It was like so fulfilling. It was like one of the things where I was like, oh my God, I just learned something. This is why people go to school. Because I never felt like I learned anything in school. I was just like, these people are teaching me shit I already know. But I was like, this feels good. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like we all as a band really want to learn each other's instrument too. I think that's the next step we want to take, is like being able to like switch out instruments and be like, okay, like I'm gonna play keys on this one or bass, and or just sing or whatever. And I think that's kind of where we're trying to go next. It's like a big learning.
What do you have your eye on? What are you gonna conquer next? The keyboard?
I mean, I really like playing the drums. Which she has a band, and I totally have this plan of like becoming a really good drummer. And
you're gonna try to infiltrate the band?
Yeah, she's in a band called The Dignitary Loss, and The Dignitary Loss of Richard Rowe, yes. And they don't have a drummer, and they just need a hot girl to be their drummer. Then we can hang out even more.
I've heard you play drums, and I think you would be fine.
Yeah, I mean drums are fun, and like bass is fun. I don't know, all the instruments seem pretty fun. Emma's actually pretty good at guitar, and you're a pretty good drummer too. And I feel like our keyboardist Marisa could be a pretty badass bass player. She gets really bored sometimes with the keys, because the key it's not like an electronic, project really. So the keys are just supposed to like round out everything and add ambience. So it's not a lot of like dee 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 dee, which she really likes doing. So I feel like if we were like, okay, if you learn how to play bass, you can play bass on the side. And then you won't feel like you're not, because her sound adds so much. I don't think she realizes it. Like when we play without her, I'm like, it's empty. But she kind of, I think, is just
she
like,
adds
I'm
that
not
feeling
to
like where you,
the sadness. She adds the sadness. The darkness comes from. She's the darkness in our band. Marisa, you're the darkness. Without you, we are just light.
Talk
JK
about
girl.
Yourself.
Minus Ammo. Ammo's
that must be a huge.
This is gonna be like the long. You're like, oh my God, they talk so much.
Oh, not even. This is nowhere near as bad as I'm used to.
Okay.
Just kidding to everybody else I've been to do.
Just do that away from the camera, like to me.
So I guess I want to get my random questions.
Yes.
Do you believe in an afterlife?
Oh my, I love this question. Do you want to go first? Or?
You know that those words are lyrics.
Really?
From the Subhumans.
See, that's Emma's cool answer. So she gives us the cool credit for the band. We know who the Subhumans are. I am gonna give us the very spiritual. I think that the afterlife is like, I think we're all part of a giant energy source basically, and that we just keep getting recycled in and out of it. And I think that that's what the afterlife is. I don't think there's like heaven or hell. I think that that's just something that we create in this world to make us feel better about the next step. But I definitely do believe in like reincarnation and like going in and out. Like I think that bodies are just vessels for us to experience things in, and I don't know. I really do believe in karma and all that, but I don't think it's like oh, you're a bad person, so next life you're gonna, I think it's just like you have to experience what it's like to be a fucked up person, so that in your next life you can like appreciate being a good person more. I think it all levels out.
It balances out, yeah.
That's why I'm not really so worried about the end of the world, because I'm like, the worst thing that's gonna happen is we die.
That's awesome. Nice segue. How do you think the world's gonna end?
I'm like really.
Have you seen Melancholia?
I wanted to.
Rad.
I've heard.
So watch it and then.
I haven't watched it either.
Okay. That's what you think. That's how you think the world's gonna end in Melancholia style.
Not exactly. I just think that was pretty amazing. The very last scene.
I don't know. I mean, I think if like humans, as a general, don't run it into the ground, which I don't think that we could ever destroy this world. I think that we could destroy ourselves on this world, and then eventually the Earth will bounce back. But I'm really hoping for aliens like coming and taking us away. Like that is, I've been like rooting for that.
That's way more exciting.
Yeah, I've been like rooting for that since I was like a kid. I was like,
like taking us away to another planet, or just coming in and just saving us?
Yeah, either you know,
just saving her.
And
I actually have
enslaving.
I have a really good idea. Like, how about like everyone gets really sick on Earth, and then the people that don't die think they're gonna die, and then the aliens come and show us how to like rebuild, and we kind of start from the beginning. I was actually just talking about this with somebody else, where I think that like the future is not going to be super high tech. I think that we're just going to figure out how to use like nature and natural things, being like a way to manipulate them without changing them. And I think that that's what the future is actually
like the Flintstones.
Yeah, kind of. I totally think that. Like, I think that we're gonna. That's
what
I'm hoping for, really. Who knows? I don't know. Hopefully, it'll just like not end before I can get some shit done.
Right? That's my concern. I was like, well, I have to do this, and that before.
Yeah. And everyone's like, 2012 is when the world's gonna end. I'm like, no, I can't. I need at least like 10 more years.
I thought it was supposed to end last year and the year before, and then 2000. And then when I was 16, I was like, there's no future.
Y2K.
We're all gonna die.
Y2K. Okay, I remember that whole thing. That was my whole thing. I'm like, remember when all the computers were gonna go off and like it was gonna be back to like the Stone Ages back in 2000?
I actually can't wait till there's some electrical impulse that knocks down all technology, and then everyone's gonna go crazy and it's gonna be totally chaotic.
That sounds pretty fun.
Really fun.
It does.
I think it'd be really cool if actually like internet and cell phones could all get knocked out, but somehow get transferred into our heads, so we could just all like access our like ESP.
I don't want that.
You could just be like, call ammo, and I could just send you a message and be like.
And then it gets intercepted by the government.
No, but the government
they take me away.
The government won't even be able to intercept it because they won't exist. They won't be used for
the
government.
Government's not involved. There's no Big Brother.
See, this is good. Oh my God, I'm so glad that Chris is in here. Okay, our guitar player, we love him.
Conspiracy.
He watches so many conspiracy theory videos. We've been in recording sessions so we have him on one side, and then we have Alex, who is our like super intellectual, school going, like very centered. They will like, oh my God, they will just get at it. Like, Chris will start spewing conspiracy theories. Alex will start spewing like intellectual theory. Marisa will start talking about fairy tales. I'll be trying to record it like guitar part. Ammo's like da, 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 and Paul's like getting food somewhere. I don't know. It's really. And I'm so glad he's not here. This could be such a long interview. Love you.
We still love you. Yeah.
We really love you, though.
Who wins most of the arguments?
There's no winning.
No, everyone just goes like, all right.
Everyone gets really mad, and
then it gets quiet,
and everyone's just like.
And then we start playing, and it's fine.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's like
I totally forgot about that. It was really fun when that happened.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your favorite monster? Like horror movie monster.
Horror movie monster. Oh my gosh. Let's see.
Well, you were watching Lord of the Rings. I watched Lord of the Rings last night, and it was scary.
Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Harry Potter, not Lord of the Rings.
That's what I mean.
Oh my gosh, Harry Potter.
The guys in the water that come up when Dumbledore is drinking that potion stuff, and they have these like no-face things.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you watch Harry Potter, in the part where they go to find the Horcrux, the locket, which they don't find.
Well, they
find it, but it's not real. Oh,
don't spoil it.
Anyways,
spoiler first.
There's these creepy like underwater people that try to kill. Oh my God, you just have to watch it.
And then they remind me of the monsters from The Descent. Have you seen The Descent?
Oh yeah.
Those are the scariest things I've ever seen in my life.
Have you seen The Descent too?
There's a second one?
Yeah, it's pretty graphic.
The other one is from Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh,
the monster with the
eyes.
Oh, that guy's cool looking.
Oh my God, that monster!
I like that
He's
guy.
like, eat the fairies. I cried. I was like, don't eat the fairies.
Oh, that was very.
But I had nightmares about that guy. Because he had the hands. But for a while, I was going around and doing that to people. And, like when I used to go up to like guys and be like, "You want to go on a date with me? I see you." Yeah, it totally worked. Every guy I did that to was like, "You're awesome.
You're the odd alternative girl.
You're so alternative." That was before I was really alternative, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that was in my like yuppie phase.
Phase number 3,472.
I'm really into like phases. So I was really into like 80s yuppie or like Twin Peaks yuppie. I'm still into Twin
Twin Peaks yuppie, what's that?
You know, where they're like all super preppy, but they're like really, they're preppy and like not,
But there's
not an Abercrombie and Fitch preppy way. They're just cute.
What's the next phase? Or what phase are you in now, I mean?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm really, I didn't wear it here because I just felt like I should just go with the whole wearing black thing, and I didn't want to be like wearing brown while you were wearing black. But I'm really into the 70s right now. Today I'm really into the 70s. So I bought some flared pants, and they're high-waisted.
And I'm stagnant. I wear the same thing for the last 28
never,
years of my life.
Ever changed her style, and I change my style literally every 2 days. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm, and I'll be really like final about it. I'll like clear everything out of my closet that doesn't. I'll be like, you know what? No. From now on, I'm only gonna wear this, and I'll like clear everything that doesn't fit with it out of my
and
closet.
I'm like, are you getting rid of that sparkle jacket that you? Because I want that.
I know, but anytime Emma wants anything, I'm like, actually, I'm gonna keep that. Special times. I like these random questions a lot.
Yeah, they're way more fun.
Yeah, I feel like people should always just ask this.
It's way more interesting. You guys have already heard our music. You don't need to get information about it.
Yeah.
You just listen to it.
Google
feel
us,
it.
you'll find that.
Yeah.
But you won't find, you know, I mean,
End of the world conspiracy.
theories.
Yeah.
No.
That's not on your Facebook and under info.
No, it's not. But maybe.
Our conspiracy
This is what we
theories
believe in.
include.
Yeah, that would be really long. Like write a book about
We
that.
need a new Facebook page just for that.
I've got another. I got another.
Flamingo's conspiracy theories page.
That could be a blog or a Tumblr. You know?
Done.
So I guess my last random question will be: would you rather lose your hands or lose your ears? You know.
Hands. You can give me fake hands.
I know, my ears are pretty good, but I really like. Wow, that is really hard.
You can get prosthetic hands.
Can
Come
I just
on.
lose my nose? How about my nose? I
But
don't
then you'll look like the
Doesn't
Voldemort.
matter. Exactly. I'll just really go for that look though. I'll just like not go in the sun
You
and like shake
couldn't
my
wear
head.
sunglasses.
I know.
You have to wear like a hat.
I could wear sunglasses. I could wear like those ones. I could get ones that like tie in a bow.
Oh no, you can get one of those like old lady visors with like the flip down.
Okay, fine. I'll want to lose my hands too, I guess. But then, how would I play guitar?
Prosthetic hands,
Prosthetic
I guess.
hands.
But can you play guitar with those?
Yeah.
Do you slide?
future.
Do you slide
Okay,
with one of the
that-
fingers?
yeah.
You know?
That's I could get like just like a little, just like a fake one that's just like this.
Yeah.
That's
You can just
Or
sing
you
your
get
guitar
you have
parts.
like a mannequin hand that's like curved like to hold the pick, and you just
yeah.
can
Because
strum.
I mean, let's be serious. Like my guitar playing's like whatever, but people always say my voice is nice. You know, no one's ever been like,
You have
God,
a good ear too. You're always yelling at us that we're off.
Yeah, I know. I'm always
You're
like,
going sharp. I'm like,
you're going sharp.
so?
You're going flat. You already know what you're doing. I'm totally the bitch in the band.
And I'm like, so
Band bitch.
just be free. It's music.
Like, it's not music! It's a harmony! Yeah, it's really special. Band practice.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna wear your flares tonight?
My what?
Your flares? Are you gonna wear your flare pants tonight?
No, we
Those are her daytime wear.
no, it's my daytime wear.
Oh, okay.
We try to keep it like pretty black on stage.
Yeah. You put the black in Black Flamingo.
Except
right?
for that, we started allowing white for some of the more carefree people in the band. Because Marie said Chris like color, and so they were like, can we wear color? And we're like, we can wear white.
And I was like, you can't wear all white though.
You have to wear some black.
Or like dictator.
We are. Now that we're talking about it, I feel like people are gonna be like, these people suck.
Be like-
They have dress code.
Like the Ramones.
We're like the Ramones, but not as cool yet. Yeah. We're like the Beatles, but just not as famous yet.
Can we write that many albums? That would
Yeah,
be,
totally.
I think we could do
If we
it.
start now, we could
We
probably.
already started.
I know.
You've got 2 EPs.
Dude.
and working on one
That's like
album.
1.5 years.
It's 2 EPs
Get some
and an
catching up
album
to do.
because
We should
all the
just
songs
quit everything else, and we would totally do it. If we just quit.
we
all
get paid though.
Yeah, someone will pay us.
I don't think I can quit.
If you're looking to sponsor a band in the greater LA area,
we have all sorts of things to offer.
Yeah. Really?
You pay me extra on the side.
Chris gives hand jobs.
All right, slitting.
Subtle.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks in advance for being that guy. Yeah. I feel like sex work and bands is like the next. Like bands always talking about like, what's the next step in the music industry? And I'm like, blowjobs. Just have like somebody, just hire like, you know, a sex worker, just be in your band, to just be there to give blowjobs to people. I feel like it would work.
You can have like the Marilyn Monroe person in your band.
Yeah.
The I'll do anything.
Like the tambourine girl. She can just play tambourine and give blowjobs.
They really have to have good timing.
Yeah, really good timing. Both.
Bad timing, not okay.
Yeah, especially not when you're giving
I used to be really bad at tambourine, but now I'm okay.
Yeah. People think tambourine's really easy, but
No,
it's really
hard.
not. It's kind of a hard
I think
instrument.
a percussionist is,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I remember in my old band, I played tambourine, and like, I would always go off time, but it didn't matter because I would just eventually start smashing my leg and like trying to get blood. Remember that? That was like my old band.
She needs
people
to be
would come to
sponsored by
my
a tambourine company.
people would come to our show basically to see me bleed. And I don't think they even really liked our music. They were just like, hopefully Kimmy beats herself up again or falls off the stage or like crowd surfs or does something fucked up, and nobody really cared if I could sing or if our music was good. It was really
That's like
depressing.
CTC. They would be like, is Emma gonna punch someone tonight?
It's still like that. People
No,
are still
I'm not
scared
like
of you.
that.
People are really
They're
scared
I
of
don't
Emma.
have to do anything. I just walk up to them and they're like,
Oh my gosh, we just went off. What was the question? Was it the nose ear question
What?
that we just went off
Oh,
on?
I think so. Yeah. But,
I was like,
no,
what
wait.
was
It was the flare pants. That's what it
Oh,
was.
flare pants. We were like, wait, what was it?
personalized
I
question.
know. I was like, I like it. Personalizing the questions is good. Do you have anything else? We're like a boatload of information.
We'll just talk forever.
Let me see. Maybe I don't.
Look how many palm trees are out there. I never noticed.
No, I feel like they're not really palm. I feel like they're actually spy satellites.
It makes sense now. When I left California and people are like, where are you from? And I was like, Los Angeles. They're like, oh, palm trees. That makes sense, but that's
I know I never see palm
what
trees,
people
but
think of
I
when
guess
they
you
don't
never.
live here.
I only see the bottom of them. Anyways, questions,
Um,
comments.
So, what did you set out to accomplish in music? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure if we kind of went over this. Yeah.
Taking over the world. Well, that was our goal for this next year.
Oh, okay.
But I think we just set out, like, I think originally it was just,
Conquer the world, right?
yeah, that's what our goal is now. But when we first started, it was just literally like we just moved to LA and we were really kind of bored. And my band I'd left behind in San Francisco, and Ammo was just kind of doing school. And so I think we were just bored, and we were like, let's make something.
Let's do something with our lives.
Yeah, and then it was like kind of like Kismet. Our friend was in town to produce stuff, and he was like, "Why don't you guys just do an EP real quick?" And it was
Real quick.
Real quick was. It was like
It was real quick. It was 8 days for
yeah.
everything. To write, record,
and produce it,
and to get it mastered or whatever. I don't
Yeah,
even know how
it was like 8 days total.
Ed didn't sleep.
Yeah, I didn't sleep.
We had a big fight.
That was
the end of the week.
It was like huge screaming, really screaming. It's fun.
We had to leave the house for a minute. Kimmy climbed out the window.
I climbed out the
window with you.
We climbed out of the
We
window.
escaped.
Anyways, another story, another day.
8 days.
8 days.
EP.
8 days
How many
EP.
times? 6?
6, and they were all about magic and clouds and ancient worlds.
It's true.
They were.
What are the 2 movies that you've done, Emma?
I just shot a movie called Non Compos Mentis, or Jerry Powell and the Delusions of Grandeur, and my boyfriend wrote it. Her boyfriend starred in it, who's an amazing actor. It's his debut, and we did it on no budget.
It's
and we
really
just,
good.
Super guerrilla style, but it turned out fantastic. Everyone who worked on it was super amazing. And so we just premiered that, and it got really good.
Really good review.
Turnout.
Yeah.
So we're working on a new film, Zora in Desire, which is also written by my boyfriend. And Kimmy is going to be doing the
Movie score for it.
scoring the movie for us. So
It's magical. It's like it's very fantastic.
should I like plead for donations right now?
Please donate to it so that they can give me money.
Zora in Desire.
If you have a
okay.
Kickstart-
No, we have an Indiegogo.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're trying to raise $17,500.
Why 500? Why didn't you just go to 1,800?
I don't
18,000.
know.
Is it 500 for me? Because
yes, we're gonna give you $500. That's it.
Cool. I'm into it.
It's zorandesire.com, and we're just trying to get everybody to donate $5. So
I mean, you get things.
Oh yeah, you get presents.
You get presents. It's like you get stuff.
You know what? I think you get a Black Flamingo EP download if you donate $20.
Oh,
See,
wow.
we're all intertwined.
Yeah, we are part of a very incestuous community of people.
Yeah.
And we all want stuff from each other, and we all give each other stuff to do, so it's good. But
yeah.
It's magic.
Yeah. So
support.
If you support any of our projects,
you can be our friend.
Yeah.
If you can.
You can be our friend, and you're supporting a whole collective of people. So that's
also
awesome.
If you wanted to send money to my PayPal, my PayPal address is miss.kimila@gmail.com. You can just give me money if you have some.
That is so unfair. Can I give mine too?
Yeah.
No. Wait, don't we have a Black Flamingo? Maybe we should promote the Black Flamingo one.
They already get money.
Oh yeah, you can buy stuff. You can buy Black Flamingo stuff. What, on Bandcamp?
On Bandcamp. We have a Bandcamp site which has all of our past EPs on it, which we will never release anywhere.
So you can buy anything you want. You can donate. There's a minimum.
We've given you emails. We've given you addresses. If we don't hear from you, there's something wrong with you, obviously.
We want stalkers.
Yeah, we like stalkers. We're into it. Bring it on.
I can't help what happens if we catch you stalking us.
Yeah. We do. We have been known to sacrifice humans in our rituals.
I heard you guys were in your songs were featured in a movie, like Black Flamingo was used in a score.
Oh, it's the trailer for Zora and Desire.
Oh, okay.
One of our new songs, Heavy Life, it's not released, but we put the song in the trailer.
Yeah.
And it sounds really amazing.
Yes, even apparently we may or may not be on some MTV show. And
what? I don't even know these things.
I have a music guy that I just send our stuff to, and sometimes he's like, "Oh yeah, they may or may not use your stuff." I'm like, "Okay, as long as it's not Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I don't care what."
Oh yeah, that thing. Okay, that was so long ago. I just figured it didn't happen, or it did, and I just don't have TV, so no one told me.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I have no comment.
We basically signed our lives away already, and we don't even remember.
We've signed way too many things with that before we had a manager, where we're like, sure.
So is it for like some reality show?
Probably. I mean, does MTV have anything that's not reality television?
What happened to the music video? Matt Pinfield, we want you back. 120 minutes, please. We miss you.
You know, with like two filmmakers in the group, like. You guys don't really have a music video, or do you?
We have one in the works, and we have one in the works. We're getting the effects done on right now, that Marisa shot, and then we're shooting one in Joshua Tree, just the three girls. I'm doing the costuming. I'm designing all the costumes, and then Marisa and Ammo's gonna be the cinematographer, and then I guess we're all kind of gonna direct it because it's kind of was my idea, but it's gonna be like the girl. It's just the girls. Like, the boys aren't allowed to come because we were like, you guys want to look good in long flowing dresses that blow in the wind. Well, Chris might kind of look good.
I don't know. Alex might look good. He's like tall and lanky.
Yeah, he might look. He's kind of like, we could put a wig on him. Maybe. So we'll see. Maybe guys in drag will be in.
That'll be a different video.
But
if anybody else wants to come make a video for us,
that's fine too.
Yeah, send us your treatments.
Yeah, send us your money. I feel like I'm just gonna try and brainwash people into sending me money.
Look, if you tell them enough, you'll eventually convince them.
Money. Money doesn't make the world go round, but it sure helps.
It's true.
All right. This was Black Flamingo.
I like that we just use this as like a platform to get money, basically. We're like, and if you want to send us money.
It didn't start that way.
No, it didn't. It was good.